This doesn't look like much, but actually it's the ultimate cheat code for how to draw feet. I'm going to show you how to use a circle and a triangle to draw feet from the front, side, and even back. This is such a cheat code for drawing feet, it doesn't feel real. And the idea is you're going to draw a circle, and then you're going to draw a triangle. Once you get used to how big the triangle needs to be in relation to the circle, you can then draw the foot from any angle. So this is the side. The triangle is a lot bigger on the side view. And the next one, I'm going to keep the circle the same size, but you'll notice how the triangle changes slightly, so it's not as pointy. That's going to be exactly the same for the back as it is for the front, and I'll show you how in just a few moments. But that's basically it. Once you know how to do that circle and the triangle in relation to each other, after that you can visualize the foot. So from the side, you put this little oval in, and then you're going to draw these overlapping ovals. That'll be for the toes because we're looking at the foot from the outside. After that, it's a matter of outlining the pinky. You can press down a little bit harder on this and take it slow. If you're not comfortable doing it exactly, you can use some reference material from the internet, but you'll see that they're all pretty much shaped the same way. So you draw these backward C's. You can draw 4 of them, and then a large one for the big toe. After you finish with the toes, you're going to draw the top of the foot. There's a little bit of a bump here. It's not exactly a straight line, but you're going to use that triangle as your guide. Then for the heel, you're going to use your circle as a guide, come all the way around, and another slight bump there at the bottom of the feet. Now that's from the side. Let's go to the back of the foot now. For the back of the foot, the circle will be your heel as usual. And for this, you're going to start with the ankle bones. The ankle bones are not even on both sides, and you'll see that in a moment. So it's basically a U shape. Follow that circle around for the U. Those 2 lines in the middle are the Achilles tendon. And then there's just a small triangle, and that's going to represent the outside of the foot and the pinky. I'll just follow up with a little bit of shading now. You don't have to shade your feet, but it's obviously a very useful technique to give it some depth. And I'll just lightly shade it and then smudge it with my finger. Now moving on to the front view of the foot. It's exactly the same as the back view. I like to start with the toes though and map them out with 5 ovals. Paying special attention obviously to the relative sizes. The big toe is going to be the biggest. After you have those ovals mapped out, it's just a bunch of U shapes with a little line for the toenails. From there, use that triangle that you drew as your guide to follow it all the way up. And you can shade the ankle a little bit. That'll give it some depth. Also underneath the toes and along the inside of the foot. Some very light shading where the foot meets the leg. We'll complete that. And now over to the side view just to do some shading there where the ankle bone is, and of course underneath where the toes meet the ground. And I'm just going to use my finger to blend these in. You can use a blending stump. Fingers do contain oil, so generally speaking it's not recommended. If you're new here, thanks for considering subscribing, and if you're not new, please do consider joining my Patreon for more art tips and tutorials.